Happy Halloween, guys!
Friends.
We have put together a compilation of our favorite Halloween sketches that should scare you a little and laugh you a lot. So if you enjoy any of these sketches at any point, give it a thumbs up.
One of these.
And let's get started with the first sketch.
Yeah.
Well, they never found the body, but they did find the axe. And people say you can still hear the dead woodsman's haunted laugh in this very forest. Ha ha.
Come on, Grandpa. That was the lamest ghost story ever.
Really? That story used to scare me silly when I was your kid's age.
Well, welcome to the year 2052, Grandpa. An axe-murdering woodsman is the kind of stuff we watch on PBS Kids.
So that's why I saw Elmo sticking Oscar the Grouch in a trash compactor.
Tell us something really scary, Grandpa.
Lee, hold on. All right, let me think. Have I ever told you kids the story of my old iPhone?
I don't think so.
No?
James, let me see your phone. Now, long before the iPhone 6057S, there was the iPhone 5S. It weighed nearly 4 ounces and was a centimeter thick.
Yeah, right, Grandpa.
What the?
Hold out your hand, Stephen. Now, as long as you don't show it fear, it can't hurt you.
How could you lift something as heavy?
Well, we were tougher back then. We had to be.
Oh, but you still had 40G coverage, right?
Even the best of service was no more than 4. And in a place like this, heck, you'd be lucky to get 3.
How long did it take to download something, Grandpa?
Depends. I remember there was this night the network was real slow. It took me a full minute just to download a movie.
Wait, guys, don't worry, okay? Nothing has ever taken that long to download. Grandpa's just trying to scare us.
You think that's scary? I remember there was a time before we even instantly streamed movies.
Stop lying, Grandpa.
No, I know what he's talking about. We learned about it in my ancient history class. It was this weird-looking video vending machine called a red box.
I want to go home now. There's no such thing as Redbox. There's no such thing as Redbox.
Don't worry, Stephen. Redbox ain't nothing to be scared of. Now, Blockbuster Video, on the other hand. Blockbuster! Have I ever told you kids the story of the late fee of 2003?
I want to call my mom, but my phone blew away.
I remember it like it was yesterday. The movie Pirates of the Caribbean had just come out on video.
Which one? There's over 700.
The first one, back when Johnny Depp still cared about his career.
No! Johnny Depp never cared. Johnny Depp never cared.
Guess how I got to Blockbuster that day?
You hired someone online?
I rode my bike! And it took me 5 whole minutes just to get there.
How are you still interested in something after 5 minutes of not having it?
Don't you worry, Stephen. It gets much more horrifying. When I got to the video store, an awkward teenage video clerk named Kevin greeted me.
Kevin! Human interaction?
That's right, James. And he spoke words to me with his own mouth. And do you know what he said when I asked about the video?
No.
He said, "Sorry, sir. We're all checked out."
What did he mean by checked out? Like you had to wait 20 seconds? And
I
then...
had to wait 24 hours for this! Hey, don't worry, kids. I haven't even told you what a VHS is. You had to rewind it. Hold on.
Welcome to tonight's episode of Murder Mystery Mansion. Of murder. Let's set the stage. 9 friends gather for a formal dinner party, but only one of them leaves alive. Are you clever enough to catch the cunning culprit, or will you be deliciously deceived? Alliteration is awesome.
Welcome, everyone, and prepare yourselves for a wonderful evening.
Too bad this weather is dreadful.
Yes, but we shouldn't allow that to spoil our fun.
What happened to the lights?
Don't worry, they will come back on shortly. This happens every time lightning strikes nearby. See? There we are.
Wait, so you're saying that the lights always go off whenever lightning strikes?
Yes.
Interesting.
Hors d'oeuvres? Anyone?
Oh my, those look delicious.
The professor! Who could have done this? The butler.
Are you serious? We saw you stab him.
Impossible. It was dark.
You killed him before it went dark, plus you are holding the weapon.
This is the butler's.
It literally has your name on it. With the inscription, Happy 10th birthday, love Grandpa.
Well played, butler. Well played. You've thought of everything.
Do you honestly expect...
Gunshot! Now we know it's the butler.
We still saw you.
You seem to be unable to grasp the concept of waiting until it's dark before you kill.
Aha! He has the weapon.
Okay, well, I'm calling the police.
Wait, no, I can explain everything if you... Aha! Ah! So close! Aha! I know how this looks. But I am telling you, it's the butler.
How can you possibly expect us to believe you?
Oh no!
Let me guess, it was the butler.
Yes!
No more of this.
And so we leave you. Tune in next week for the exciting conclusion to this baffling mystery. Was it the butler, the fair lady, or perhaps that man? Out.
Jeremy, did you see there's someone else here dressed as a Ninja Turtle?
It must have been a little angel calling, stardust falling all over you. To save this moment in a sacred place, close to my heartbeats, so close to you. How could this happen to me? Clearly I see all I wanna be is with you. Must have been a little angel. Must have been. Stardust is born.
Whoa! Mom wants you to call her.
You're watching The Walking Dead.
Everybody listen up! Now, we've dealt with these walkers for a long time. We've lost a lot of good people. But I met someone who I feel is the ultimate zombie survivor. He's gonna teach us a few things. Terry, come on up.
Hey guys, I'm Terry. I'm here to teach you everything I know about surviving walkers. It's pretty simple. Move out of the way.
What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. Just, I hear one coming and I move out of the way.
But with how many guns?
No guns, actually. I just use my healthy legs to move faster than a half-rotted stumbling corpse.
Boo! That ain't no solution.
Quiet, Maggie. Now, I know it's complicated, but hear 'em out.
It's not. Okay, look, these guys are slow, dumb, loud, and move about as gracefully as a baby doe on a trampoline.
My wife was killed by a baby doe on a trampoline.
That's a good point.
Okay, when a walker appears, just go ahead and walk briskly in the other direction. Or just walk at a normal pace in the other direction. Seriously, it's that easy.
At what point do I fall on the ground and cower like a child?
That's a good question.
I would not do that.
So,
If you accidentally fall down, you could crawl away. You can literally crawl faster than these guys can move.
What about when they sneak up on you?
How are they sneaking up on you?
What? You just see them coming?
Guys, honestly, a screaming cow walking over a floor made of Fritos would be quieter than a walker.
My brother was killed by a screaming cow in a Frito factory.
What is wrong with your family?
What do you do when you're in a house, searching for supplies, and a bunch of them corner you?
That is actually a good question. Before entering a house, use your ears. If you hear loud gurgling moaning, shut the door and move on. Seriously, these terrifying monsters don't even know how to open doors.
What about when you think you hear something in front of you, and so you keep looking ahead while slowly moving backwards into a dark part of a room without looking behind you?
Been there 50
Guys, look,
times.
it's not very hard. Step 1, listen for walkers. Step 2, if you hear one coming, walk away. Good?
What's step 3?
You with your fancy talk and lack of pit stains makes me think that...
Prime example, does anybody hear that?
Don't interrupt me when I'm angrily not being aware of my surroundings. This nonsense about moving out of the way is a waste of time.
Seriously, nobody hears anything.
These walkers are stealthy, as silent as the grave from whence they came.
He is practically bleeding on you.
Even I, with my finely tuned senses, can't always discern when Sweet blue jeans!
Walker! Form up! Tight circle! Engage on my tail!
Got to be kidding me. Okay. No. You're done. You're done. All right. Now follow me. There you go. Good boy. Come on. Come on. There you go. This is right? Everybody still watching? All right. And now... It's that easy.
Black magic!
No, it's the will to survive.
They're just dumb and frail. At the rate that they have decayed, they could impale themselves on a dandelion covered in fabric softener.
My son was murdered by a dandelion covered in...
Sir, how have you survived the apocalypse? I can't even...
What a strange dude. Come on, everyone. Let's go ruin another settlement.
I'm gonna grab a quick snack. No!
I can't believe Matt's gone.
I know. Are we terrible friends for showing up late to his viewing?
I hope not. Looks like they put him together pretty well. He looks peaceful.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Hello, boys.
Hi, Reverend.
Hey, Reverend.
You were good friends of Matthew, weren't you?
Yeah.
We were. I mean, we are. I mean, I don't know which tense to speak.
I understand. The world has lost a kind, loving soul in Matthew, but as long as we remember him, he won't be lost to us.
Thanks, Reverend.
Thanks.
God bless.
Well, should we go?
Hold on. This is my watch.
Dude, there's no way.
To my grandson, Jeremy?
Okay, this is probably just a misunderstanding. Maybe you left it at his house.
Did you leave this at his house?
Hey! I swear I saw him smirk from the grave. Bro, this is my little pony. He's just laughing.
Something the body does.
I know. Is this a Purple Heart? I don't recall Matt ever serving in the military.
I don't either. I mean, what else is in here? My American Express card? That's how you got such a nice coffin. I knew you couldn't afford real wood. Man. Your ears aren't pierced.
What? Why does he have... Weird.
Dude, this is your girlfriend.
He stole my girlfriend! How did he even...
Was Matt some sort of secret kleptomaniac?
Does this answer your question?
My pen?
Yeah.
My pen?
Yeah!
I let you borrow this 6 months ago and you said you didn't know where it was! It's been here in your cold, dead hands!
Okay,
I'm sorry!
Sorry. All right. What else do you have, you little jerk?
Wait, no, come on, man. Come on. We shouldn't speak ill of the dead, okay? Okay? We just need to get over this little bump. We just need to get over this little bump in our friendship.
Well, this little bump just turned into a mountain.
Is that?
It's a Declaration of Independence.
What? Come on! This is great! I'm sorry, okay? I mean, this is just like National Treasure. Man, we gotta get this back to DC.
I know, I never knew Matt was such a Nicolas Cage fan.
Is that?
I mean...
A Ghost Rider? Who has that?
Ghost Rider poster.
That's what's shocking you? Okay, you know what? We just need to, this is so much to process, you know? We just gotta... Dude, there's actually a treasure map on the back of this.
What?
Come on! Meese! How could you keep this from us? We trusted you!
Please. I know we're all trying to cope with the loss of Matt, but you need to be respectful. Are those my great-grandmother's earrings?
What do I do?
Well, don't tell her that you're
Why
sick.
not?
Because that's his mom. Think about
Okay.
stress.
I stole them.
Well, I never!
What seems to be the problem here?
These so-called friends of my son stole a family heirloom!
I cannot believe... Is that my Purple Heart? Heaven has no place for you.
Do you want to go find that treasure?
Yeah. It's what Matt would have wanted. Unless... Okay.
I can't
That
believe this.
makes me sick, Meese. That is...
2 a.m. Hello? Someone there? That was weird.
Get your planner.
Ah! Ah! What? I don't have anything valuable. What do you want? I do have that Selena Gomez picture, but please don't take it.
I don't want your picture. Actually, no, I just came to talk.
Holy razzmatazz. Are you an albino?
A ghost.
Ghost.
A ghost.
Gotcha. Ghost.
Yeah, a ghost. And we have a problem.
Problem?
Yeah, I have been haunting you for 3 months and you haven't noticed.
I hadn't noticed.
I know!
Are you sure you've been haunting me?
Yes. Haven't you felt that unearthly chill?
No, I haven't paid the gas bill in a crazy long time, so...
Okay, well, what about all the times I appear in the corner of your eye and then disappear before you get a good look at me?
No good. I am way blind. It took me a full year to realize that my cat was actually a dead badger. So.
Okay, well, what about that inexplicable stench of rotting flesh?
Again, dead badger in my house for a year.
Throw it away.
You gotta be less subtle, man.
No, I wrote a message on your wall in blood.
That was blood?
Yeah.
I thought it was hot sauce.
No, it said you're next.
I didn't read it before I ate it.
Okay, whatever. Just get your planner so we can schedule a time for me to haunt you.
I don't want to be haunted, maybe.
Well, then...
No, do not. I will fight you to the death.
I'm already dead.
Then you've already lost. I'll get my planner.
Yeah, okay. Planner. Alrighty then. How's 2 to 3 p.m.?
Work.
8 to 9?
Dance class.
11 to midnight.
That's when I do my watercolors. So.
Oh, that's nice. We should schedule a time for me
water-
to see those.
Yeah, that would be really nice. Maybe 7 a.m.?
Dude, I am dead. Why would I get up before noon?
Noon then.
That's when I go to Hollywood and watch them film movies.
Oh, lucky. I wish I could do
know.
that.
The ending of the new Star Wars is
No,
amazing.
don't say,
It's a
dude,
huge
come on.
cliffhanger.
Hey,
Starts out-
honey, sorry. Work was really crazy at the hospital. We have a ghost?
You have a wife?
Yeah.
I hadn't noticed.
Wait, how did you not know about the dead badger?
Oh, I am so blind. I really should not be a surgeon.
Surgeon, Dr. Simmons?
Weren't you my first patient out of med school? I botched your surgery so hard.
No! Selena! Come on! Dude!
This is gonna be so good. No, just don't scare her right away. Let's make her think she's alone for a minute.
Here she comes.
Hello? Yeah, it's over. I'm fine. I didn't think I would take it this hard, though. I can't believe it. He's dead. But it had to be done. Yes, Dimitri, I understand. I will be careful. Yes, I have the body in the back. I won't be long. I just need to dispose of the evidence. Well, he put up a struggle. They always do, don't they? But I'm afraid he was no match for me, poor fool. Yeah, it's just a pity Jeremy walked in and saw the whole thing happening. Of course I took care of it. Look, I'll be more careful, okay? Collateral damage is always messy. I'll be right there. When I arrive, we should probably compact and incinerate the car immediately. And make sure Delgado holds off. We don't need 11 people dying tonight. No. And the babysitter. That makes 11. Oh, and I forgot about the priest, so I guess 12. Whoa! Whoa! That was a huge pothole! Okay. Yeah, I got it. Good night. Hello, Mallory. We got you so good! What? I thought this was your mustache!
Oh, it is, but it grew back while I was sitting here.
Oh man, I love Halloween. Let's go take Matt to the hospital.
You having a good time so far?
Say what?
And stay tuned for more. In the meantime, please do subscribe.
Yeah.
And make sure that you don't miss out on any of our videos, because we got lots more coming.
We got some good stuff.
It's tons of stuff coming.
Good stuff.
Drink it up, little flowers.
sound that saved a wretch like me. I was lost, but now.
Can you stop? We're trying to have a funeral over there.
I'm sorry, we'll quit.
Things got a little out of hand there.
Yeah, we should probably just...
Oh, come on!
I'm home. What in the world? Honey? Honey? Whitney, there is a giant spider under the bowl. Run for your life. We'll rendezvous in Nova Scotia. For crying out loud.
Whitney! Okay, I packed our bags and I bought our plane. Where's the spider?
It wasn't under the bowl.
It's free? Call 911.
Oh, wait, I'm getting a text. From you.
What? No, my phone got trapped under the bowl with the spider.
Are you really suggesting that a spider is time to die humans?
What?
What's going on?
Okay, when I saw it, the first thing I did was, regret not buying a firearm.
Yeah.
But then I took my shoe to it and missed. It lunged at me, so I tried to dodge, but just ran into the wall. It was all a blur, but by some miracle, I trapped it under the bowl. That thing is a ninja. Did you hear that?
Yeah. Let's just leave.
Or burn down the house.
Oh, it's locked or jammed or something. You're not getting out that easily.
No.
I wouldn't try the kitchen either. And the windows are covered in sauerkraut.
What?
Webs. Stupid autocorrect.
He checks so fast.
Well, he does have 8 legs.
Oh, nothing in this world should have 8 legs.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, well, except maybe an octopus.
Yeah.
Or conjoined twins.
Yeah.
Or a centipede that's had a really hard life.
Yeah. Stop talking. And start screaming.
No.
What?
Oh. Jeremy.
Bro, where's the cake?
Cake?
Adam texted me to come over for cake.
What?
The lights aren't working! Wait, I'm gonna go find the circuit breaker!
Jeremy, don't leave me. Jeremy. Jeremy.
You'll never get him back!
What? No! James! Help me! Take her first! Oh.
I found the cake. And I killed a spider.
What?
Oh.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Jeremy.
Thank you so much, Jeremy. Thank you. P.S. I beat your high score on Bejeweled.
What? No!
Oh, R.L. Stein. The R.L. Stein, sir. I have read all of the Goosebumps series. We are huge fans.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, seriously, every time I'd read your books, they give me chills. Or goosebumps on her arms.
Yes. Well, I'm glad that I could find my way into the creeping shadows of your childhood.
Yeah. Look over there. Oh. Just so you know, this guy's kind of creepy. Oh!
You can't scare me.
Come on, honey. It'll be okay.
Oh, hello.
Yes. Hello, Mr. Stein. I'm Ann Whittles.
Jen?
Glenn.
Glenn.
Ann.
Yen?
Ann. Ann. Ann.
Oh, Ann.
Yes, Ann. Seriously? It's 3 letters long.
No.
Sorry if I'm a bit out of sorts. I seem to be having a bad hair day.
Yes, that's very innovative.
May I take a picture with you?
Okay.
Okay. Yes, here we go. Say cheese and die. Oh dear, my finger seems to be over the lens. One more, eh? Say cheese and die again.
Okay, thank you, Ann.
Maybe after this is all over, you'd like to come out with me. We could take a walk down Ghost Beach.
Actually, I'm afraid I must say goodbye now. We have to keep this line moving.
Oh, yes, of course. Well,
Goodbye, Ann.
Yeah, Ann, yes. Okay, let me just... these are mine. Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
I'll see you later.
Sweet girl, eh? Not unlike yourself, I'm sure.
Oh.
But you already got a book signed, Ann.
Ann.
You have to leave.
No, how could you tell it was me? This is a shocker on Shock Street. Which, incidentally, is one of your weaker titles. Were you even trying on that one?
I don't try on any of them.
Well, I just came back to tell you that you spelled my name wrong. You just wrote the letter N 3 times.
Nothing I can do about that now.
No, please, go eat worms. No.
Please, Ann, enough. Watching you run is exhausting me.
Mr. Stein, you possess a sort of magic in your gaze, and I am under the magician's spell.
Are you coming on to me? No one has ever done that.
Your pulse is very quick. Either your heart is racing or your veins are full of monster blood.
You make all my titles sound so much better.
I wish I could come up with your titles for all of time.
Be careful what you wish for. Would you care to have lunch with me? We could have chicken.
Sounds delicious.
Mr. Stein, what should I do about the people that are in line still?
Tell them why I'm afraid of bees.
Why are you?
It's just a book title, Jeremy. So, N, how old are you?
I prefer to leave that indeterminate.
What were those things?
They look just like you and me, but they ain't. No, sir. They dead inside.
So they're zombies?
No, sweetheart.
Don't call me sweetheart.
All right, honey. They're walkers. Mindless creatures that think they can just walk all over other people.
Can mindless creatures think or feel superior to other people?
Well, my mama always called them biters till she got bit. Now she's a bit biter.
On to join those that are living, but also dead.
So do you call them the living dead?
No, that's dumb. I call them scab monsters.
You're right, that's less dumb.
I just keep it simple. I call them.
Doesn't that get confusing?
No, they agree with me.
They as in them?
No, them. Wait.
Guys, I'm pretty sure the most widely accepted term for them is a zombie.
What you trying to say, woman?
That, on the other hand, is not a widely accepted term. My name is Whitney.
Whitney, woman! You sure are dense for having stayed alive this long.
Has everyone except
get me forgotten the last 60 years of popular culture? They're called zombies.
Walker!
Damn!
Bar the door! Where'd y'all come from?
We heard talking, so we figured we'd try our luck in here with the living instead of out there with the orcs.
Orcs! Sure! Let's just cross genres willy-nilly, shall we?
Well, in here we call them walkers.
Oh, come on. Everyone knows they're called.
Zombies, thank you.
Actually, I was gonna say liberals.
Okay, that's bordering on offensive.
It doesn't matter what we call them, as long as we're fighting them.
See, he calls them too.
Actually, I call them Amy, after my ex-wife.
Are you ladies done being girls, or are you gonna keep on playing dress-up in your little miniskirts?
Why did that sentence happen?
We need to come up with a plan to kill the walkers.
Zombies.
Amy!
Fine. We'll each call out a name and see who they respond to.
Walkers!
Bottles.
Yeah, Scabby.
Them.
Huh. No surprises there. Now, if you'll allow me. Zombie! Huh. Okay, well, maybe they don't respond.
Amy! Yeah, booyah! You see that? That right there is actually Amy. Huh. Well, she's looking good.
Well, this has been quite an evening, full of twists and turns, lies and deceptions. But I have finally examined all the evidence and have discovered some terrible things. Someone here has been keeping a secret.
What?
And I know exactly who it is.
Very good, Inspector. Very good indeed. So you've uncovered the fact that I've been embezzling millions of pounds from my business partner, Lord Branston.
What? How could you do this to me?
The poor fool had no idea until this night. I must confess that though I've been discovered, it brings me no small amount of joy that he now knows that it was me all along.
I didn't know any of that.
You didn't?
No, I wasn't going to say that at all.
Ah, well, dang it.
So what were you going to say, Inspector?
Well, I have irrefutable evidence that someone here is not who they say they are.
Dare you!
Ah, very good, Inspector. So we arrive here at last. I knew you were on to me, but I must confess, I didn't think you'd figure it out. I've been posing for years as the long-lost son of the Archduke.
What? You mean you're not my son?
No. No, I simply wanted your inheritance.
I knew it! I knew it because we have different color eyes.
Bravo, Inspector. Very impressive.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Seriously?
No. But to be fair, I probably would have figured that one out on my own. Different colored eyes is a dead giveaway.
Well, it seems I gave myself away there. Again. Carry on, Inspector. Please don't let me interrupt you.
Well, it appears that someone here has blood on their hands.
Ah, this time we are on the same page, Inspector. It was I who murdered the maid. Yes. Irrefutable evidence. Speaking of which, she had irrefutable evidence that I was not the Archduke's son, so naturally, she had to be taken care of. Of course, I didn't realize I'd be revealing that secret myself just a few hours later, but at the time, it seemed very important to keep her quiet. Bravo, Inspector. However, did you trace it back to me?
I didn't.
What?
Yeah, there's no way I would have figured that one out.
Inspector, I'm beginning to wonder if you even know how to do your job.
Well, I don't know. So far, you've confessed to 3 crimes.
Touche.
Inspector, please tell us what the actual secret is.
Very well. I have discovered
that I've been bribing the Prime Minister.
No!
That I impersonated a priest.
No!
That I am not disabled.
Oh, my.
Dang it, dang it, dang it.
But I have found out that you were responsible for the bridge collapse earlier this week that claimed 12 lives.
I had nothing to do with that.
Really?
No, in fact, I was out of the country when that happened, committing a totally different crime.
Oh. Well, I must have missed something then.
Ah, indeed. Looks like the game's to me, Inspector. That's a dud.
Well, I'm still arresting you for those other things.
What? Oh, right. Oh, careful, these legs have had little use.
I will hold on to this. Because I actually destroyed the bridge. Wait a moment.
He's here.
Hey, pretty girl.
Do you think he's gonna kill us? Jen, you've got to take it out. I'm afraid you can do it.
I got something for you.
That's a wrap, everybody.
Good job.
Great.
Lance, buddy, is the final edit ready?
Oh, yeah. Sorry it's taken so long. This movie is so confusing to edit. I hope you don't mind, but I brought in some actors to do some lines. I think you're gonna want to insert them if you want this thing to make sense.
Why?
Well, okay, no offense, but it just wasn't playing like a romantic comedy.
What?
Like, the two leads, they have no chemistry. Like, I don't know
It's
who
supposed to be a
charge of-
horror film. It's a slasher.
What?
You have got to be kidding.
No, we don't have to watch it. Okay.
Hello? Is anyone home? Hey, why are all the lights off?
He's here.
He's cute.
Hey, pretty girl.
And smart girl. You're not just pretty, you're pretty and smart. You're perfect.
You've got to take it out.
To dinner.
I'm afraid of commitment. You can do it.
Sorry, girl, gotta bounce. Bye.
I'm a strong, independent woman who doesn't need a boyfriend.
You're not my girlfriend.
Okay?
Jen, come back.
Oh, Trip.
I got something for you.
Flowers. Hey, will you throw me that book?
Here you go.
Thanks, babe. Hey, this is our song. You remembered.
Yeah, this is our song. Let's make s'mores.
I can't. I'm moving to Paris.
What? I gotta crawl away to think about this. Oh, my happy place underneath this desk.
Hey, girlfriend. Did you see Brian's post on Instagram?
I'm trying to think, okay?
Okay, we'll talk later. LOL.
Just need some space. I can't believe he's moving to Paris. Ugh. What will I do without his beard?
I decided not to take that lumberjack job in Paris.
I'm trying to think.
Jen, will you marry me?
Yes, of course. 1,000 times yes.
I'm so happy.
You had me at pretty girl.
We'll start a family in the woods. You're a genius. That was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Thank you. Thank you. So amazing, dreams still come true.
We managed to pick a few suspects up off the street based off the description you gave us earlier. Tall, male, dark clothing.
Right.
Can you describe for me again the situation?
Yeah, I was just sitting in my car when this dark, shadowy figure pulled me out of it and then proceeded to headbutt me.
All right. Well, if we've got him here, we'll make sure he pays for this. Blake, send him in. You all know the drill. When your number is called, step forward and repeat the phrase you've been given. Understand? Number 1, step forward.
I'm Batman.
And number 2, step forward.
I'm Batman.
And number 3, step forward. Number 3. Number 3, repeat the phrase, please.
Really? You want me to say it? You want me to say it?
Just say the words.
Yeah, come on, man. I got things to do.
Fine.
I'm Batman.
There.
Yeah, that's not gonna cut it.
What? You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, you distinctly changed your voice.
No, I didn't.
You did. I'm pretty sure we all heard it. Yeah, so stop whining and say it again.
Guys, I'm Batman.
Again, please.
I'm Batman?
Again.
I'm Batman.
Quit messing around. I gotta take my kids to soccer practice in the morning. I don't want to be here all night. Now say the phrase.
Yo soy hombre del murciélago.
In English, please.
What? Just because I have a little class?
Number 3, you have no class. You're a lunatic in hockey pads.
I'm not wearing hockey pads! Why does everyone think I wear hockey pads? Do I look like a goalie? No. I'm much more than that. I'm whatever Gotham needs me to be.
And that is?
I'm Batman.
That's him.
Mr. Hunter, there's a man here demanding to see you.
Who is it?
I don't know. He won't give me his name.
Does he wear all black and have a forehead that looks like 2 prunes kissing? Welcome to Wells Fargo, Mr. Sidious. Please, have a seat. How may I help you today?
I need a loan for a new Death Star.
Do you remember what happened when we lent you the money the first time?
No.
It blew up because you refused to cover that random self-destruction hole we warned you about.
It was crucial to my artistic vision.
And then against our better judgment, we gave you a loan for a second Death Star.
I know. That's why I purchased a force field insurance policy from Allstate.
Yes, and I must admit that you wisely put the control center for it on an obscure moon full of small, fluffy bears.
It was quite operational.
Yes, but then you allowed it to be overtaken.
Those Ewoks were deceptively awesome fighters. It was like Chuck Norris went to Build-A-Bear and created a super army.
Even so, you were still way behind on your monthly payment.
I was working 2 jobs.
Wendy's night shift manager doesn't cut it.
Never underestimate the power of a free small Frosty.
No.
This is nice. I like that. What if I get someone to co-sign?
Didn't your last co-signer die after throwing you down a giant metal shaft?
I was electrocuting Mr. Vader's son with evil space lightning. It had nothing to do with the mortgage.
Regardless, we just can't afford to take another $4 trillion gamble. I'm sorry.
Fool! Eat evil space lightning! Oh! Dang it! Curse this arthritis! Do you have any leave I could borrow?
No.
All day strong, all day long.
Please leave before I call security.
You have struck down my loan application. Your journey towards the dark side is complete.
This is Wells Fargo, Mr. Sidious. We own the dark side. John Garrison, for your heinous and unspeakable crimes against humanity, you have been sentenced to death by electrocution. The governor has not called to stay this execution, so our orders are to proceed at exactly midnight. By the power vested in me by the state, I carry out this sentence in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello? No. No, sir. I was just about to carry out the death sentence when your call came. Yes, incredible timing. Very well, sir. Goodbye. Wrong number.
Hey, honey, how was trick-or-treating tonight?
It was a nightmare.
Did he hurt anyone?
That child is inhuman. Give him a sixlet and it's like the Hulk married the Hulk and had a Hulk baby.
Honey, he's asleep now, right?
When I sent him to bed without any Smarties, the glint in his eye made me fear for my life.
What about the rest of the candy? Did you freeze it in a block of ice?
Yes.
And then padlock it in the freezer?
Yes.
The one in the basement?
Yes.
The hidden one in the basement?
Yes.
And the key, where is it?
It's right here. Oh no.
Honey?
Shh. Do you hear that?
No.
All is silent as the grave.
Kyle?
Kyle, buddy, where you at, Kyle?
Kyle, honey, it's time to get you to bed.
There he is!
Kyle?
Hi, Mom! Dad took me trick-or-treating, and when he was tucking me to bed, I saw a key in his pocket, so I secretly nodded out with my teeth. The squirrels taught me how. I am their king.
Okay, Kyle, buddy, I need you to stay focused. Where is the key, Kyle?
I flew all the way down to the basement. Quiet as a mouse. Quiet as a mouse. I saw the freezer, opened it with the key, dug through the ice with my fingers, and I got the butterfingers!
Kyle, I need you to focus, buddy. How many did you eat? How many did you eat?
My cheeks make the sound of African drums.
Kyle, please, come back! No.
Kyle!
What are we gonna do?
I don't know. Kyle!
Do you know how many grams of sugar in a Kit Kat? 20 grams. But that doesn't include the wrapper, and I ate that too. 20 grams of sugar times a pillowcase full gives me superpowers. I made this jungle. Tiger!
Kyle, please, Kyle!
Our son!
We need to get
Why?
you to bed!
Look at this place!
Blessed Halloween!
No, not the chocolate syrup! Kyle!
Kyle! Baby, why don't we eat some vegetables, eh? He's gone rabbit, honey!
No, not the pixie stick!
Honey! His Adderall! No, Kyle!
I am the ruler of this jungle!
I will disguise it in the Reese's Pieces! There!
Please.
Reese's! What's happening? My powers have grown Cool. Now I have 2 keys.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks, guys.
That was the Halloween compilation of our favorite Halloween sketches. If you have not yet subscribed or liked, or commented? Do any of those.
Subscribe, like, commented.